We must believe, like the seed, that change is possible. The seed never sees the flower. It grows knowing that it must become more than what it was.
This year's Zero Waste Conference spoke to industry and government leaders interested in creating positive change in the marketplace, their organizations, and communities. Keynote architect Michael Pollan is drawing from nature by using coral, shells, and plant waste to design structurally sound buildings.
So it has curves similar to the shells to create a stiff form. And then the material itself is built up out of layers of tiles. We reckon we could build a house with a fraction of the amount of material of more conventional approaches.
It's about time that we learn from nature. Nature works in a very circular way, there's no waste in the nature. So I think being circular seems to be like the ultimate solution to solve our problem.
Keynote speaker Laura Storm discussed the importance of leaders changing their approach and focusing on building more resilient organizations.
But we are continuously applying the same kind of mindset and solutions approach which got us here in the first place. We need to create the conditions conducive for life to thrive.
Food waste alone creates more greenhouse gas emissions than the aviation industry.
We learned that almost 50% of those surveyed are throwing out as much, if not more, food than they were a year ago today.
I think so often we think about waste as an inevitable byproduct of anything we do. And we think about waste as dirty, unhygienic, and pathogenic. And actually waste is just a category.
Eric Lidke didn't want to contribute to the growing waste problem, so he created the first 100% plant-based, zero-waste clothing brand that is designed to go back into the earth.
When you make something out of plants, sorry for the trash people, it goes back to being plants pretty quickly. This was only 3 weeks in our rotary composter.
If we picture the solution, we will find the answers. We are a unbelievably successful species. I always believe that there's never a thing we can't design. We just have to make sure we really figure out a clear brief of what we're trying to design to.
Entrepreneur Jen Harper also saw a gap in the industry and was driven to create social and sustainable change in the beauty sphere.
The whole idea was, how could I help people like me, Indigenous people, see themselves in a brand?
Sustainably, socially conscious beauty is a category that we envisioned from the beginning existing in all parts of the world, especially in the retail sector, where people who really cared about the planet and cared about people and cared about themselves enough to purchase products that were better for all of us.
This year's conference focused on collaboration, with panelists discussing topics from innovation and circular cities to food resourcefulness and creating a culture for change.
This is about ourselves and the choices we make, and how government policy, business marketplaces, communities are shaped to support that behavior change.
We need partnerships. The only way any of us are going to be successful is through collaboration, working with everybody involved in the value chain. It's just so important. And as government, we need to collaborate with not only all the member municipalities, the residents, the different businesses.
I found it very enlightening. It's interesting to see so many different people from so many different backgrounds working together towards a common goal.
This one world is all we get. There will be no reset button, no new operating system or downloadable upgrade. We will not be allowed to trade in our old world for a new one. We get one shot at this.
Don't miss next year's Zero Waste Conference on November 1st and 2nd, 2023.
I'm helping to create a future without waste.
I'm helping to create a future without waste.
I'm helping to create a future without waste.
I'm definitely here to create a future without waste, and it starts with all of us.